Hi there and welcome to the latest video clip from Pilates Leeds, and this one follows on from the one last month. I was asked to do some strengthening exercises for bottom and legs. Well, I focused on hamstrings and buttocks last month, and this month I'm going to do the inner thigh, the adductors, and the outer bottom, the abductors. So kind of look at them together. So the first set of exercises I want to do, now not everyone has the wherewithal to do this, but I wanted to show you them anyway because they're a great way of working these sets of muscles. You need a Dynaband. They're easy enough to buy. I sell them in my shop if you want to. I think they're about £5.50 each, these ones. And you need to knot it. That's one thing, but you need to hook it around something solid, a really big heavy desk. A kitchen table would probably do it. And you're going to hook your leg around the band. So I've got another band for another exercise in a minute there. Okay, and so the abductors take the leg away from the body. So under resistance of the band, you can, sorry, I'm in the wrong orientation there. You can take your leg in and out like that. Now it's a great exercise because you can see me adjusting because you've got an inbuilt core stability. You've got a one leg stand, so that's straight away that's challenging. And you've got to maintain your core stability against the load of the exercise and tempting to kind of buckle under the strain, but obviously none of that. And then these muscles are working to kind of move the leg. You can externally rotate your thigh a little bit and you'll just tweak the muscles and get a slightly different kind of emphasis of the muscles. So that's your abductor muscles. The adductor, the inner thigh muscles, is they take the leg across the midline. So in this context, I would swap. I could do the same leg and turn round, but what I'm actually going to do is swap my feet and show you the inner thigh one. Now I've got this tied quite tightly, so I'm reasonably strong in my legs, and I don't know if you can see I'm really struggling to get that leg any further, but in compliance it doesn't matter because I know myself to be working my inner thigh. So, and again, I'm talking to you and moving, but maintain the form. I would pretty much always have a wall. It's not compulsory, but just that little bit of external stability makes it easier to manage the other elements of the exercise. If you haven't got a table or anything, next exercise, this is just the abductor muscles, and it's good old squats. You need your Dynaband again, and you need it really pretty narrow. Hook it round your legs, and then above the knees, take the legs into a turnout. So you're starting off with a little bit of turnout and you're going out into more turnout. So you're pushing against the band as you go down. So you've got that relative bit of leg abduction happening as part of the squat. So you're bolting on a little bit of abductor work onto an exercise that's also going to work hamstrings, buttocks and all that jazz. So push the legs away against that resistance. So it's just a little extra element. No Dynaband, or maybe you're not, I know some people aren't massively steady on their feet or don't know, or there's other issues. You prefer to do these exercises lying down, no problem, here they come. So here are the lying down exercises. You will need a couple of thick books. As I say, back in the day, telephone directories would have been perfect. I'm using yoga bricks. You're going to lie on your side. I'm only going to show you one side, but obviously you'll do two. So I'm going to start with the inner thigh. Now the purpose of the blocks is so that your bent top leg is out of the equation, it's relaxed. Then your head is either on blocks or your underneath arm or both. I like to use my underneath arm, and I'm going to use a soft pad as well. And check by eye that your underneath leg is lined up. And so everything's stacked. Ears, shoulders-ish, definitely rib cage and pelvis. And then it's up and down with that bottom leg. Lengthen and lift the leg. Go for maximum range of movement. So I'd go low and slow. And you can it's a great exercise for really feeling the inner thighs. You can really feel that work. I do like this exercise for that reason. If you want to work a little bit harder, double leg lift. Again, visually check that you're truly stacked. Added kind of subtlety, because after all it is Pilates and we are, you know, we're thinking about us posture. Be aware that you don't slam the spine down when you lift the leg. Lengthen and scoop the waistline underneath and lengthen the waistline this way. So parallel line floor, underneath waist, top waist, ceiling. Parallel lines, and there they will stay as you lengthen and lift the leg slowly and steadily. So you've got a bit of abduction and adduction in that exercise. Okay, and finally, again, a bit more challenging on your upper body, not for everyone, but I'll give it you anyway. You're on your elbow and you're checked by eye that your elbow is under your shoulder. Straight line waist, you can feel it or make sense, I think, more easily, even though you're on an angle that you've got straight lines. In other words, not that. No sagging, never any sagging. So you're lengthened, and what you're going to do is there's your horizontal support, here's a bit of vertical. So the top arm is reaching you up. And lift underneath waist, up and down. Now, you feel it in the waist, and it is working the waist, but here's the thing, it's working your underneath hip abductors, the underneath bottom is also doing a load of work there. And if you want a final flourish, again, not for everyone, but if you like your flourishes, guys, top leg is straight. I generally look at this point to check that I'm all straight, and then you've got a little bit of extra work in these top abductors as well as the underneath abductors doing their work in that position. So how you could do all of those things. How about 10 of everything, both sides? Or you could afford to do more repetitions if you're just doing maybe just the lying down exercises. So they're a great addition to work that you might be doing for your buttocks and your hamstrings, but they're good just on their own anyway. So that's it for this month. Cheerio.